It's officially 2026, and today I thought it would be fun to look back at 2025 and rank some fashion trends using a tier list. At the beginning of last year, I filmed a video talking about 2025 fashion trends and my predictions. So today we are going back to that. We will see how those trends turned out, how relevant they end up being, and what I feel about them now. I will also be ranking some other trends that were big throughout the year and see if there are any trends that I want to bring with me into 2026 or if we are leaving them in 2025. So let me quickly explain my tier list. At the very top we have Beyond the Trend. These are trends that I really love. They go beyond the hype. I want them to stay and I can see myself continuing to wear them for a long time. Then A tier, we have Soft Yes. This one is for trends that I like. They are cool. I can see myself wearing them for a season or so, but I can feel that I can get bored of them pretty soon. Next we have I Guess. These are trends that are okay. Maybe not something I will wear, but I can see and respect if you like them. Then we have Okay Next. These are also okay, but we are leaving them in 2025 and I don't really want to see them anymore. Finally, we have Burn It. This one is for trends that I don't like, my least favorite of the year. Honestly, I didn't get the hype and I'm happy to leave them behind. Okay, so the first trend is polka dots, and this one is one of those trends that I talked about in my 2025 fashion predictions. It ended up being a big trend that stayed relevant throughout the whole year. We saw polka dots everywhere on dresses, skirts, tops, from head to toe, both tiny and big dots. And for me, that was a bit too much. I personally prefer polka dots as a detail rather than the main focus of an outfit. So I love wearing it in small ways, like on accessories like scarves. I did my nails in polka dots and that was really cute, where it adds interest without taking over. I will definitely keep wearing it, but in a calmer way. That's why it's gonna land in Soft Yes for me. It's a very classic pattern that always works, which is why I don't think it will ever fully disappear. Next, bootcut jeans became a big trend as well. After wide leg jeans being the trend for so long, sometimes when something is trendy for a while, we like to go for the contrasting thing, which would mean skinny jeans, but people weren't really ready for those yet. And with the 70s style being more in, the bootcut jeans became the trend. But I noticed them more in real life than on social media. Here in Sweden, at least, I saw them everywhere. Still, when a trend becomes that widespread, it can lose a little bit of that charm for me. I love bootcut jeans, but I got a little bit tired of them because everyone started to wear them at the same time and I saw them everywhere. I will probably keep wearing them, but maybe not as much, and mix it up with other fits. So this one is gonna go in Soft Yes. I like them, just not as obsessed as I was at first. Next up is rounded colors, and this one we saw on coats, jackets, blouses, and they definitely give off a cute vibe, which is nice. I just haven't felt the need to add this style into my wardrobe, and I usually would style something like this with jeans, but lately I have been gravitating towards skirts, which makes the look feel a little bit more cute. So with this kind of top and a skirt, I think I would feel a little bit too like doll-like, but I appreciate the trend and I think it looks great on others. It's just not something I absolutely love on myself. That's why this one is gonna sit in Soft Yes rather than higher. The next trend is big glasses and sunglasses. They feel very 70s to me, and that's probably why I really like them. They give off a slightly boho, effortless vibe that I'm really drawn to, and I find them more comfortable. They cover more of your face, and since I'm more drawn to bigger statement pieces, it makes sense that I prefer bigger glasses too. And even when smaller glasses will be trendy, I will keep my big ones and wear them. So this one is going on beyond the trend for me. I don't see myself ever stopping wearing them. So another trend that I talked about was fur details, and this one, whether it's full-on fur coat or just fur details, I love that. I love anything with fur. It instantly brings texture and a sense of richness to an outfit, and even the smallest fur detail can make an outfit feel a little bit more interesting. And obviously I prefer fox fur when you're buying something new, but a negative thing with that is that sometimes it can feel a little bit too cheap. The fur doesn't look that good, and some of them are a little bit shiny, and that's something that I don't like at all. So the best alternative, I would say, is buying fur secondhand. This one is one of those things that doesn't feel tied to a year or a specific trend cycle. I have liked it before it was trendy, and I will keep liking it after. So that's why this one is clearly in beyond the trend. It just feels timeless in my wardrobe. Then we have statement jewelry. I think this one must be my favorite. I can wear the most basic, boring outfit as long as I have my jewelry. And I love statement pieces because they add so much to an outfit. Like, for example, I don't wear that much color, so accessories are where I add interest. So I'm happy this one became trendy. You can be very creative and personal. So I feel like I can get so much inspiration from it. So it's definitely beyond the trend. This one I just know I will keep wearing. Next is lace, and this one has been popular for very long now, and it really keeps evolving rather than disappearing. We saw lace skirts gain popularity at the end of 2024, and then lace in different forms stayed throughout 2025, but recently I have seen that it has shifted towards more like this crochet style. It's still the same, but it has maybe a little bit more of this vintage feeling. And I really like this trend because it adds a little bit more softness into the outfit. And even though this one has been a thing for a long time now, I'm not tired of it at all. It makes me very excited for spring and summer. So this one is going on beyond the trend. Next trend that I talked about was deer and Dalmatian print. Honestly, I thought they would be more trendy than they were. I think it was because polka dots completely took over, but I did start seeing it a little bit in fall, which makes me think that it will have more potential in 2026. But personally, it's not fully my thing. It feels a little bit too like fast fashion to me. I think I prefer polka dots. It feels more timeless and classic. So for now it's going in, I guess. So those were some trends that I talked about in my video, and now moving on to some other trends that got big in 2025. The first one is micro shorts. I really loved them during summer and worked well with accessories like a belt, but at the same time I can't fully explain it, but they feel a little bit too limiting and maybe too cheeky for my taste right now. They became very trendy very fast, so maybe I got just too bored. I enjoyed them in the moment, but I don't think I will continue wearing them in a fashion sense. That's why they land in soft yes for me. I might wear them this summer, but they are not gonna feel as fun. Moving on, we have capri pants, and I feel like this is one of those trends that I like on others. I just don't think they suit me, especially this tight verse I can't speak. Maybe if they were more loose, I might feel differently. But overall, I don't think it's something I will reach for, and I will just appreciate it on others. So this one is going in, I guess. I don't dislike them, but they are just not doing much for me personally. Next trend was the scarf around the waist. This one was very easy and creative, and more of this styling trend than clothing trend, which I really like. and I saw it a lot on social media and during Copenhagen Fashion Week as well, and I really wanted to wear it more myself, but there was just something that felt off when I tried it. I'm not sure if it was the scarf, the way I styled it, or if it just doesn't suit me. So because of that, I would almost put it in okay next, but I don't want to give up on it completely. So for now it stays in I guess, and I will try it again this summer. Next is fringe, and at first it wasn't really my thing. It felt too much and not really my style, but over time it started to grow on me, and I love 70s fashion and fringe fits perfectly into that world. And I think I like the leather fringe a little bit more, especially on bags, not that much on shoes and jackets. We also have string fringe, but this one I think I like the most on ponchos. So when it's done right, I do really love it, and it adds movement and character to the outfit. I'm gonna put it in soft yes, because I feel like I'm not like in love with it, and sometimes it can feel a little bit too much, so it's gonna go in soft yes. Next we have chiffon, ruffled and flowy tops and dresses. This one is also a very 70s boho style, and it feels light and romantic. So it's very much my type of style, and I'm drawn to the sheer fabric and the movement. And this trend showed up during summer, which makes sense, but it was too short of a time for me to get tired. So I want to continue wearing this style during summer 2026. So this one gets a soft yes as well, and I can see myself wearing this at least this summer. Moving on, we have pea coats. This one felt much bigger on social media than real life. I honestly don't remember many people wearing this trend, even on social media. I would say it was a bit niche of a trend. So yeah, they are fine, but they don't really spark any strong feelings for me. And sometimes they feel a little bit too cute and boring as well, because I feel so meh about them. I'm gonna put it in I guess. I don't hate them, but I don't love them either. They are just kind of there. Moving on, the next is cropped coats, and I usually like short jackets, but specifically the cropped trench coat, it doesn't work for me. There's something about them that feels off, almost a bit fast fashion, and some of them look like someone took a trench coat and cut it in half. The only one that's better that I like is the one with a belt, because it adds more shape, but still overall this trend never really grew on me. It's not offensive enough to put it in burn it, but I'm okay to leave it in 2025, so it's going in okay next. Continuing with coats and jackets, we have the funnel neck trend. This one is just a detail. It's okay, it's cute, I guess. The problem I have with this trend is that people went and bought a whole new coat. Meanwhile, you can probably fold up the collar in most of the coats to get that style. And the boring thing about those funnel neck coats, those that are sold with the funnel neck, is that when you want to fold the collar down, it doesn't look that good. So I feel like it's kind of a waste of money. This one is going on okay next. The next being that we are buying coats that can be folded up to get the funnel neck style, but not exclusively. Next trend we saw in 2025 were bloomer pants. I have never really understood them. They look strange to me and they feel unflattering, and the shape is so balloon-like. I don't get the appeal. Every time I see them, I get so confused. To me, they kind of look like someone just ran out in pajama pants. I know fashion is subjective, but they are just so funky, so for me they are going on burn it. I don't see myself ever liking them. Then we have sporty ballet flats. They appeared here and there, but they never became a big trend. I think they were more of a social media thing, and ballet flats were in general very popular, so different versions popped up. I think they are cute and I can appreciate them on others, but I think they are a little bit too micro trend for me. That's why I will put them in OK next, because I don't think they will be that cool much longer. Continuing with the different theme of ballet flats, we have tabbies, and those shoes are interesting in my world because I have wanted them for so long, and for the longest time everyone said they were ugly. Then suddenly they became extremely popular, especially on social media, and now everyone thinks they are cool. I still like them, but the hype went from 0 to 100, and that made the trend feel overwhelming. I'm putting them in OK next, not because I dislike them, but because I don't like how trendy they became. So it's more like the trend is on OK next, if you get what I mean. Next we have key charms, and I love the idea of them because it adds personality to the bag, and when done right they can feel personal and meaningful. But the problem was that people started treating that as another trend. They became fast fashion accessories everyone bought to participate. I would love to keep seeing key charms, but only when they actually say something about the person wearing them instead of just being this trendy thing. But either way, I'm gonna put it in soft yes, because I love any opportunity to personalize something, and this is a very cute way to do it, but at the same time I'm not like obsessed with it. And then we have the key charm that broke the internet, La Boo Boo. Honestly, it was wild to watch. People went crazy, like the world was ending. I don't understand the hype, and to me they are not even that cute. They are kind of ugly, and it feels like this collective obsession that came out of nowhere. And honestly, this trend showed the worst side of people, so no questions, this one is going in burn it. I didn't even participate in this trend and I feel so embarrassed. Next is a tassel necklace, and this one wasn't that big. I saw it a little bit on Pinterest, and what I liked about this trend was that it signaled the return of a long pendant necklace. That part I love, but I don't like the tassel. It's not for me. I don't like them in fashion nor interior design. It's a clump of threads and it just feels awkward. So I welcome long necklaces, but the tassel, it can go, so I'm putting it in burn it. It's just not my style. Next is ponchos, and this one started somewhere in summer, and honestly I thought it would continue on in winter, but it didn't really. I don't think this one is over yet. I have a feeling that it's gonna continue on in 2026. At least I am not over them yet. I love them as a layering piece, and I think ponchos in general have so much potential. Knitted for winter, lightweight for summer, they work year around. So for me, it's going in beyond the trend. I actually can't wait to start wearing them in spring. Another trend is brown as a neutral. It was used instead of black, so a lot of brown shoes, bags and jackets, and brown feels a bit softer, warmer and more vintage compared to black, which can feel more modern. I already loved brown before it was trendy. It's actually one of my favorite colors to wear, so this one is clearly beyond the trend. That's my ranking of 2025 fashion trends. Some of them I'm bringing with me into 2026 and some I'm leaving them where they belong. I'm curious to know if you agree or completely disagree with my ranking, so feel free to let me know your favorites and list favorites in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.